welcome to another video of Board Games Daddy. And let's see what is inside the Rampart expansion from Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game. So this is the expansion that will bring the power of the forest against the shadow of death, meaning the forest faction. The forest faction, all the minis, all the tiles, and all the extra content that is related with this faction in particular. So let's see what is inside. And while I open this, we are very close to get to the 3,000 subscribers. So your help in leaving a like and seriously subscribing will be super important at this stage for me to continue to grow this channel and bring more interesting content for everyone to see what is inside. So I appreciate if you could leave that like and subscribe and wait for the next videos, or just check the channel. They may be there by the time you see the video. So Rampart. I guess we start with the dragon there. That's the... I don't remember what's the name of it. It's a copper dragon. Because the... No. Why am I saying copper dragon? We haven't seen this. Yes, this is going to come out of this expansion. So, okay. Mission book. So I guess we'll have specific missions now for this faction as well. Permanent cards with permanent effects, something new. War Machine. Alliance mode. Alliance mode is where you can play 2 versus 2. So there's a challenge here for Alliance, where you set up the map like that. Then on Clash mode, Clash is 2 to 3 players, and you clash against each other. 2-player, 3-player map. This is a game that you should not play with more than 3 on Clash mode because it takes like forever. Rampart campaign, Dead Cold Revenge. Okay, so this is a scenario for the Rampart faction, which is this one. Okay, so we've seen in the base game that was solo mode for the castle, and then we saw in the other expansion, the fortress expansion, also solo mode for that faction. So the Rampart also bring solo content for you to play with them. So there's the story here. Let's find it out. There's a story for the campaign, which is very cool. I guess that online we can for sure find more things later on. There's this another. I don't think this is this like, I haven't played, so I don't know if this is like continuing the story or something different. Oh no, it's something different because I know that's so forget about that. So it's Rampart again, now against the Necros. And I'm calling this guy Necros again. So, because here you were fighting Necropolis again. Necropolis. I guess the Necropolis are always the bad guys, because they look like the bad guys. Here again, Necropolis. Fighting Necropolis. The story. Oh, that's Groot. I am Groot. And new things on the maps that you'll find. Sawmills, town. Towns, I think town already existed, but maybe it's another look. There's another player 8, so in total you already have 5, but don't play with 5. Don't play with 5. And there's this new hero, Galu, which will also bring Gem. So this is a magic character. And the other one is a little bit more fighting on the fighting style, but high defense character. More money for you to have. Tiles. New tiles. More tiles. And there's the new city for Rampart. So archers, Pegasus people, and it seems like a Japanese thing there, pagoda. So these guys live in the forest, although it's like top of a mountain. Okay, and in terms of bad guys, so you have the cubes now, the light green cubes for representing this faction, and the black ones to deplete places. Let's take a look at the creatures first. I always like to go and see the creatures. Oh, it's a gold dragon. We can see that it's not copper, it's gold dragon. So the Centaur, that's a base unit, Centaur. I don't like the color. Could have been a little bit more darker. But then you could confuse them with the Fortress, I know. But this looks like they will glow in the dark, which is not the case. Oh, look at that. Ooh. The Centaur here raising his raising himself on the back paws and being prepared to spear someone, an attacking pose. Then the dwarves. So forest people, if you have dwarves, that's kind of strange, right? What kind of dwarves live in the forest? So, oh, here you go. The dwarves. Again, this is a game that plays very well with just the cards, so the miniatures are indeed very redundant. They look beautiful, I know, but they are, I need to say, they are a logistical nightmare to manage all these minis for every battle, because the cards do the same. Elves, by the way, on the other side they're all foil, if you don't know yet, because that's the evolved version. The Pegasi, look at that, there's the Pegasi. That's the Pegasi. I want to hold it with two hands for us to capture the detail. We've seen many winged miniatures indeed, so that's not something new in this game or in these videos, but they all look very good, and the Pegasi is not different. So the Groot or the Tree Folk are the Dendroids. Dendroids, the strangest name for a tree person, because it looks like a robot, sounds like a robot, the Dendroid. There we go. Unicorns. Yeah, definitely if I think of forest people, I would definitely not think on Dendroids, unless I'm the one not seeing it clearly what we have here. Because the manual said, the back on said the forest, right? So I'm picturing forest kind of animals, which the unicorn normally is not. Yeah. Then the gold dragon, the most powerful unit here. Let's take a look at it. The gold dragon. Being this my sixth video on this game, so I'm not impressed that much anymore, because I've seen the dragons from all the other factions, and they are in the other boxes, and they are starting to look very similar. Very similar. So there's the hero miniature as well. Is holding the flag, and the secondary or the primary, I don't know, it depends on your choice. Another hooded character going on a horse that is very what's that? That's the dirt being raised by the throttle. Yeah. Okay. So what's left then to see? Only the cards here. So these cards are for the Rampart, as you can see. So we can take this out. And okay, we start having here, oh, a fairy dragon. We saw that. So yeah, so see on the, you can see on the channel a previous video where we had the miniatures for the NPCs, and we saw this miniature, but we have not seen the card. So although it's very small, it's an azure creature, so it's a tough one with lots of initiative. And you can damage the unit. Okay, what else? So let me facilitate things here. It's too much on my hand. So we start here with these are cards that go to your hand, so you can have artillery on your side. These are like item cards. So now skill cards. First aid is the cure, then now the items. Card of ore, a flail, a dorsal legion. Okay, we've seen the parts of the legion in every expansions. The buckler of the Knoll King, ambassador sash, the golden bow, cape of velocity, orb or vulnerability. That's it, new items that I'm going to mix with everything else. I don't think it needs to be separate. Then you have the 2 cards for these heroes, which are the sharpshooter ability for this guy and the first aid for the doctor type of thing. This would go to your hands, and then once you evolve, you will get the most powerful version. Then new spells: a firewall, slayer, precision, dimensional doors, earthquake. Oh, we can remove walls if you are attacking. Sorrow, attacking cities. Sorrow. When unit is about to activate, skip the activation. Okay, so yeah, you don't attack me. Bye bye. Forgetfulness, mirth. What's happening? He is like having a beer, a mirth beer. More magic arrows. Okay, that's strange because we've seen those. And then the starting hand cards for your characters. More cards. Then these are the new kind of thing that you could have in combat, right? Would those join combat? Let me see, because this is a card, a back of your hand card, so I'm not sure about the rules. I haven't read those, but maybe you can hire them and put on the battlefield. Seems like once during combat you can use at the beginning of combat. Ammo card, your ranged units ignore combat penalties. Wow, and gain +2 movement. So these are things that I'm not sure if join the army or the hand, or but anyway. So more events that happen in the beginning, astrological events, and that's it. That's it. That's all. That's everything. Just looking around me and see, we've seen everything. So quite a standard expansion with basically primarily another faction for AAA to give more variability. I'm not going into details how this game plays. You have the base game to see that. I'm not going to repeat that every expansion, please. So if you are interested to know how the game plays, then I suggest you to visit my first video with the base game, where I help with the rules. And that's it. So this is the content inside the Rampart expansion, which I hope you have enjoyed, to the point that you leave a like, share with friends in the telegrams, whatsapps, messengers, signals, tinders, bumbles, all those stuff where I know you are and I am and everyone is. And as you've seen, if you are interested, check the channel for the other videos for this collection, or subscribe and be part of this community if you like board games in general and card games. Thank you very much, and I see you on the next video. Goodbye.